Alright, let's talk about, could your made in Mexico Fender or Squier be made of American parts? I was told this at two different times when I bought different guitars. So let's just talk about my thought process of like why it might or might not be. Let's talk about the first rumor that everybody usually hears. Well, the factory burned down in 98, so they had to send parts from America, and this is exactly that time. Yeah, I have one of those right here. This is a made in Mexico. That's what it says on the headstock. Made in Mexico with really American specifications. You know, a really thick body, nice maple neck with a skunk stripe, nice gloss, and you know, pretty much the pedigree of an American Strat. I don't really see anything different. The cool thing that one person pointed out, and this might not matter to you guys unless you're in manufacturing, was actually the hole size of this has to be slightly reamed out a little bigger to put American tuners on it. So I was like, you know what, that's a pretty good angle that guy said. Why didn't they make that part like that? You know, well, it's a good angle, you know. On this particular 1998 Strat Traditional, it had a really crappy bridge. It was made of like pot metal, so I had to change that. But the pots and switch were actually all American parts, or at least American spec. The pickups were bullshit. They were probably, I don't know where they were made, but they were really, really low reading, like in the fours. And the tuners on these black label 98s were totally crap too. So those kind of seem like they had the same angle as this one, where they kind of like had a nice body and neck and just kind of threw together everything all at once from what they had. Because this one, same story. It's exactly the same guitar except for the rosewood. But the twist this one has over like being that rumor is this rumor is it's a 93. Now this kind of has its own story. There was actually only 1 year of a 93 made in Mexico Squier. So it predates the standard made in Mexico Stratocaster. So where did the parts come from? You know, it has a micro tilt neck on it, although it doesn't have anything like a hole right here where you could stick an Allen wrench in there. It has a micro tilt neck, which was only on 70 Strats. Strange. And then this one has a skunk stripe. I don't know if the tuners are reamed out to the same size, but those pretty much fit on anything when you put those bullshit tuners on it, because they're not really screwed into anything. The bridge was bullshit on this one. Yeah. It's just a regular cast bridge. But the pickups were 2-bar ceramic pickups. These are Strat pickups from a Mexican Strat. These are Mexican Strat pickups. These aren't Asian Strat pickups. So that threw me off because these were Asian parts, and the tuners are Asian parts, and the bridge is Asian parts. But no Squiers really had a micro tilt neck like that. And in 93, with a skunk stripe too, that's how you would make an American one. It's the same shape as an American one. Same as the other one. That's why they call it a Strat Traditional. It's the real shape. So, yeah. The rumors are better about this one. You could tell it's a 3-piece body if you if you really look at it, you can see that there's, you probably can't see it on camera, but there's a line right here. Probably you can see it there. And then there's a line over there. So it's a 3-piece body. So that would suggest some pedigree too. Like American bodies are usually made out of 3 pieces instead of like 5 or 6 or 7 pieces. So we'll take the made in Mexico 1998 Strat Traditional. And let me see if this looks like more of an American body. Sometimes it's harder to tell. This one's got a thicker paint on it, it seems. Actually can't see it. I've made videos about this, like trying to see the lines in the guitar. To see how many pieces your guitar was made out of. Just gotta get it in the right light, and when you see a line, just kind of follow it. This one I can't tell. Yeah, the poly's too thick on it, which is cool. But that's a 3-piece body with a micro tilt neck, so pretty American spec. It has the plastic cap. It's not like some just wood, which is usually like a tell of a cheap guitar if it has just wood but no plastic. Or now American Strats have more of a wood piece in the truss rod area. Or capped off with wood. That's another sign of quality, kind of, or 60s. Yeah, I'd be more inclined to say this is made of American parts than the other one, at least the body and neck. So if you could find one, which you're definitely not going to, the 1993 Strat made in Mexico might be made of American neck and body. Now it was stamped, the exact date was stamped in the neck, or I mean the body, and like the full date was written out in the stamp, and it said Squier in squiggly letters. But yeah, the micro tilt, it has a silver disc on the back side that could be moved in and out to change the neck angle. And that's definitely a weird sign.